Hello class 7th. This is my second video through which I will explain another topic from the same chapter, plant tissues. In my last lecture I explained types of tissues. Now you know that there are two types of tissues, meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. Meristematic tissues I have already explained. Now I am going to explain permanent tissues. In simple words, the permanent tissues in a plant are those tissues that contain non-dividing cells. It means these cells do not divide further or they lost the ability of division. The cells are also modified to perform specific functions in plants. The cells of the permanent tissues are derived from the meristematic tissue, means the new cells formed by the division of meristematic tissues elongate and on maturity get differentiated to perform specific functions. Now, types of permanent tissues. Permanent tissues can be classified into two types. They are simple permanent tissue, complex permanent tissue. Let's take first simple permanent tissues. These tissues are simple. They are made up of only one type of cell. Here all the cells that make up the tissues are similar and have the same structure with the same type parts. This tissue provides support and protection to plants and is further classified into two types. First one is protective tissue and the second one is supporting tissue. Clear, students? Protective tissue and supporting tissue. The protective tissue includes epidermis and cork. Epidermis usually present in the outermost layer of the plant body such as leaves, flowers, stem and roots. It is made up of one cell, thick and is covered with cuticle, means outer layer of the epidermis is cuticle. This cuticle is a waterproof layer of a waxy substance and this waxy substance is known as cutin, which is secreted by epidermal cells. The main function of the cutin is to reduce loss of water. Students, this is internal structure of leaf in which I want to show you a single layer of upper epidermis and single layer of lower epidermis. Both epidermis are given in dark green color and this epidermis is covered with cuticle. You can see easily the outer layer of epidermis which is known as cuticle. This is cork, which is also a protective tissue located at the periphery. Periphery means the outer limits or edge of an area or object. Is it clear? So this tissue located at the periphery of the roots and stem. It is made up of thick walled cells and these cells are dead cells. I hope protective tissue is clear to you children. Now next one, supportive tissue, which is divided into three parts: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. This is the structure of parenchyma tissue. In this figure, you can see that cells are thin-walled in this and these are living cells. Parenchyma tissues are living cells and have intercellular spaces. See in this figure, intercellular spaces means between cells space is present. Now let's see the structure of cell. They are oval in shape or spherical or cylindrical structure, cylinder like structure. Parenchyma tissue is present in almost all parts of the plant, like roots, stem and leaves. Class, already you have studied that chlorophyll pigment which is present in chloroplast is necessary for photosynthesis process. So in leaves, if chloroplast is present in parenchyma cells, then they help in photosynthesis. Clear children? In leaves, if chloroplast is present in parenchyma cells, then they help in photosynthesis process, and then it is called chlorenchyma. Clear children? If chloroplast is present in parenchyma tissue, then they perform photosynthesis process, and then it is called chlorenchyma. These tissues store food. That is the function of parenchyma tissue. Next is collenchyma. The cells of collenchyma tissue are either circular, oval, you can see oval structure, or polygonal in shape. Okay children? They are living cells and found below the epidermis in young stems and petioles of leaves. They are present in young stems below the epidermis and petioles of leaves. Do you remember petiole? See in the figure. This is the structure of leaf, and this part of the leaf is known as petiole. Got it? So here collenchyma cells are present. Clear children? If we will compare these cells with parenchyma cells, these cells have thicker primary cell walls. See in the figure, cell wall is thicker than the parenchyma cells, which you have already seen. They are thickened at the corners. Due to the presence of cellulose and pectin. Clear? Due to cellulose and pectin, these cells are thickened at the corners. Intercellular spaces are generally absent. You can see in the diagram that there is no space. Between two cells. So intercellular spaces are generally absent. Now function. What are the functions? These tissue provides structural support to growing stem and leaves. Third one is sclerenchyma tissue. Cells of sclerenchyma tissue are long with tapering ends. In figure you can see that cells are long and tapering end. This structure is known as taper. Is it clear? Tapering ends and have a cell wall which is thickened all around due to the presence of complex substance called lignin. In figure you see that cell wall is thickened all around. Okay, and due to which substance? Lignin is present there. These cells are generally dead cells. Keep in your mind that sclerenchyma cells are dead cells. Sclerenchyma cells are dead cells because they do not contain any protoplasm. Children, already I have explained in my previous video about protoplasm. This type of tissue is found in the stem and veins of leaves. Now the main function of this tissue is that they provide mechanical strength to the stem, and these tissue consist of two types of cells. One is sclerenchyma fibers and sclerids. Clear children? Sclerenchyma tissue provides mechanical strength to the stem. It gives strength to the stem. Second, This tissue consists of two types of cells. One is sclerenchyma fibers and the second one is sclerids. The fibers of jute, cotton, hemp are made up of sclerenchyma tissue. Jutes are made up of sclerenchyma tissues. Clear, children? Now, do you know that what is sclerid? Sclerids are a reduced form of sclerenchyma cells. You can see the structure of sclerids. Clear? These are the reduced form of sclerenchyma cells with thickened cellular walls. See, thickened cellular walls. Clear? Sclerids form the major part of the shell of nuts. I think you all eat nuts and you like also. When you will eat nuts next time, see the shell of nuts. Just like we can take example walnut. Okay, see the shell of nuts. They are made up of sclerids. Clear, children? These also produce the gritty texture of pears. So, I have completed simple permanent tissue.